Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, and feel cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Hurt their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. Add first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business starter fees. Street blues, what I taught, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time style.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes, yeah, they departed. My flow be retarded, sick, I need hella help. My groove came back, this must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros, this is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help, here come the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot, no vaccine. If you asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck, yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VVS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's
tickets.
go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
What? This is Virgil, your brother Virgil, aka Snaps with the Facts. And y'all know we here, man. Definitely gonna have a conversation. Yeah. Definitely gonna get straight through it. What's going on with our brother Nick, man? What he done sit up here and did or not here, man?
E&E.
You know?
2020 got me seeing so clear. Butcher boy shit.
We gonna talk about
some glitch.
What Nick gonna sit up here and do it, man?
We cool niggas. This is the
Boogie
clue.
Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, this that bullshit. Kill him in vain, it's vanity. Do it again, it's insanity. Nauseous a real vigilante. Killing these kids, it's plan B. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Blowing on leaves from these planted trees. Don't break the code, that's family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Freaking the beat, is it Japanese? Ever our cook is a masterpiece. When money talk, us be Guapanese. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Pass to my sons, that's a legacy. Study the gang, now they testing me. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. All of these gems you can retweet. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick, butcher shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, bang. These rappers out of my
We on
element.
the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rollin' haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall-in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, this that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom to try me. It's throwing this is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
It's your brother, your brother, Virgil, aka Scratch with the Facts, and we might, guy. Yeah. What up? It's your brother, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts. So y'all know we tapped in, tuned into another episode of A Real Talk Podcast. You know, we doing two show shorty. Just call me two show shorty. You need, you know. And we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to definitely get to it, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share and social engineer, man. Once again, they coming at our brother Nick Cannon's neck, man. Pause. Once again, man. And all he did was sit up there and tell the truth. Hope he don't apologize this time, man. You know, that's why I was really upset with Nick last time this situation happened with him, man, when he basically told the truth, man, apologizing and all that BS, man. We sit up there apologizing if you ain't did nothing wrong or told nothing wrong. I ain't apologizing for nothing if I ain't wrong. You dig? It's just not going to happen. I don't give a damn how anybody feel about me talking about what's true and actual facts. I don't care who don't like the facts. You have to just deal with that. All right? What's good with everybody, though, man? How y'all doing, man? Right? How y'all doing on this beautiful Wednesday evening, man? It's raining out here my way, man. You did? right? You know, everybody talking about this, man. So we're gonna break it down, right? We're gonna break it down, right? Everybody all up in their feelings about this, man. You know, everybody all up in their feelings about this one. You there? My man Dwayne Coleman tapping in. What's good with you, brother? This is my first time seeing your name in my comment section, man. But you know, you more than welcome to tap in. Dwayne Coleman said, "What's up? What's good with you, bro?" He said, "I would never take any Nick Cannon serious. Take any Nick Cannon seriously or Amber Rose." I know that's right. And I'm in the boat with you on that to some extent, right? I would definitely say you can't take Nick too serious anyway, especially and most definitely Amber Rose. But see, that's not what we're talking about tonight specifically, y'all. We're not specifically, unless I mean, well, you know, with the exception of Nick, because we are specifically talking about Nick, but Amber Rose is just she's just a chick, man. I mean, you know. I'm not even mentioning her name at all. You know what I'm talking about? But Nick Cannon, though, man. And yeah, we're gonna get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, Nick Cannon stood up there and said what he said, right? Right. And that's all good. It's all cool. You know, the rounds, the media rounds is going on and all that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, everybody got something to say, including me. You know, we're gonna talk about it. Right? Right? Hey, where's the actual interview at, though? I need the actual joint. And see, this is why I be trying to wait to talk about certain things, right? Because what you get when you try to find a certain type of video, man, that you want to get specific with, you know what I'm saying? They give you everybody that's reacting to the video versus the video itself, right? You know? You know, everybody's saying something about Nick Cannon interview along with Amber Rose in the car and all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody got something to say. Right? Everybody in their feelings about it. Right? Which is just funny to me personally. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm basically going along with most people with, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really takes, but you know, and with the exception of you know Amber Rose, nobody really takes her serious, but Nick Cannon people take serious. He's a serious guy to an extent. Right? Everybody in their feelings about it though. You feel me? So you know we gotta talk about it. It's an absolute must. You know? Everybody in their feelings, man. I'm trying to find a goddamn. Hold on real quick, man. I want to find the actual joint though, man. So what did he take the damn thing down? Don't tell me you did that, Nick.
Congress is debating the budget. Senator John Husted is fighting for Ohio small businesses and rural communities. He authored the Upward Mobility Act, so a pay raise doesn't cost Ohio workers their benefits. Tell John Husted to keep fighting for Ohio families.
Music is one of the best ways to express your feelings. That's why today
Smash that like button,
something.
subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social media.
Thank you so much for joining me. Look, we've got to start with the Masked Singer host, Nick Cannon. Personally, I think he's dropped a bomb on the Democrats after speaking out about his political...
They're showing you everybody speaking on it, but they won't show you the actual video. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the actual interview. And for some reason, it's not bringing it up. On anywhere I look, it's just so many people reacting to it.
People, they don't care about people of color.
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal.
Yeah.
I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother... You up there with the elite now?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't, and the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I don't subscribe to neither party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
Imagine W.E.B. Du Bois saying that. Right? W.E.B. Du Bois said that. Can you imagine? He, of all people, with his agent provocateur, Sambo, Jeffrey from Django ass. Yeah, y'all know W.E.B. Du Bois is one of the guys who sold us out, man. Right? W.E.B. Du Bois was also involved with the Negro Project, too. What y'all know about that? Yeah, man. We ain't gonna speak too much on the brother. He ain't here no more, but W.E.B. Du Bois wasn't nobody for us to be looking up to. He was a traitor, just like a whole lot of other ninjas was. Right? Let's wind this back. Let's unpack this. Right?
Part of the Republican Party.
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal. I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother... You up there with the elite now?
Not even close. Not even close.
He said you up there with the elite. Right? Amber Rose said not even close. Right? I beg to differ. Now, am I saying that Amber Rose has any influence and power in any elite type of way? No. Is she actually connected with some elite people? Depending on what you consider elite or what you would say elite is. Right? Is she connected to some connected people involved in, what's going on to some degree and extent? I would say, yeah, possibly, maybe. Right? But is Amber Rose? Nah. But then again, you just never know, man. You just never know. You never know whose family is some family that's connected. You just don't know. Now, I never really looked into Amber Rose's background. I never felt the need to. So I don't know nothing about her mom or dad or parents or her family or nothing like that. Right? But I just don't feel it's necessary for me to do all that. Right? Amber Rose is who she is, man. And she's exactly who she is, through and through. Either you're going to rock with her or you don't. That's all I'm going to say about it, man. But, you know what I'm talking about? She's definitely being used, right, in any way that she's willing to be used. Clearly, she just admitted she was a liberal Democrat. Does that mean people don't have the capacity to change their political views? No, that's not saying that. Right? People can change their political views. My political views absolutely have changed over the years. You did? But that all remains to be seen to whatever extent it could go to. Right? But when it comes to Amber Rose talking about some, where Nick Cannon asking her, is she getting did the reason she leave the Democrat was because the Republicans offered her more money? The bag is different. So you can be with the elites. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention when they talking, man. Pay attention when these people talk, man. You gotta pay attention when they be talking, man. You know, they got their own little language and stuff. You just gotta peep game, man. They don't speak like how us regular folks speak. Right? Let's go.
Democrats don't care about black people.
She said Democrats don't care about black people. What y'all think about that statement right there? That's a powerful statement, man, to say Democrats don't care about black people. I would say to a large extent, that's very true. I would say that's very true. Put a number 11 in the chat if you think that the Democratic Party don't rock with black folks, right? Let's run it back so we can hear her words. Amber Rose, y'all.
Close, not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Democrats don't care about black people. It's a very interesting thing to say, right? Put a number 11 in the comment section if you think that Democrats don't care about black people. For the most part. As a whole. I know I do. Right? I said put an 11 in the chat if you think Democrats don't like black people. That's a pretty powerful thing to say, man. That's an interesting thing to say, too. Right? Very interesting. Let's go.
Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color.
Oh, they care about people of color. And I think we're seeing that right now with their daunting support of these illegals, to the point to where you got this chick, Rashamini Rajani, whatever her name is, whatever the lady's name is, talking about some reparations for illegal immigrants who've been mistreated by ICE. Man, come on. Come on, y'all. We got people like that in the government. No other government on the planet allows foreigners to come in and be part of their parliaments and their decision-making processes. Not to my knowledge anyway. You know? Come on now. Let's go.
And the Republicans do. And
the Republicans do. Now, as silly as it is to say, I mean, as true as it is to say that Democrats don't like black people, there's a lot of truth with that. There's also a lot of falsehood with her saying that the Republicans do, because they absolutely do not. Right? I mean, not even a little bit. Right? And this is what I be saying about stuff like this, y'all. I'm about to come back up. Y'all got to be able to take the with everything with a grain of salt and be able to understand the play that's going on. Right? They got Nick Cannon, a serial baby daddy who isn't married to not one of his various children's mothers. Don't get me wrong, he's very successful in his own right as a TV and film producer, coordinator, and all of that, whatever his title would be. Producer, whatever. Shout out to him for all the success too. Wish him much more. You know what I'm talking about? But he ain't really, you know what I'm saying? He's not in a position to really even be speaking on this in the capacity that he is, being that he is a person of influence and who has influence. Y'all got to understand that's what makes things matter. It would be different between a guy like me saying what Nick said and Nick Cannon saying what he said. Understand the difference? It's really not that much of a comparison. Nick Cannon is extremely popular, powerful to some extent, and popular. Right? So what was this interaction all about? Right? I want y'all to start using your critical thinking, man. Everything is aesthetics when it comes to the unintelligent artificial intelligence, but you got to be able to see through that, man. You got to be able to see through the smoke and mirrors, man. You understand me? Nick Cannon, Amber Rose, linking up, talking about whatever as they ride in his whip. Why? Right? And the answer to that question is content. Right? It's an extension of when he used to have his masterclass shows and all that stuff. Right? You know, but with a twist on it, you know, we got the ladies in the building. You did? Or we got the lady that, well, this, you know, we ride around in the whip having conversations. Right? Shout out to our brother Nick Cannon for being an innovative film and TV producer, you know, all of that, man. Shout out to that brother. Right? But when it comes to this Amber Rose situation, you know, I really don't find nothing too wrong with it. I mean, you know, of course they're going to say some stuff that don't really make too much sense, some goofy stuff. All right, but I mean, that's a given when it comes to certain members of us, man. I'm just, you know, I ain't gonna even say I'm sorry, man. It just is what it is. Some of us is just, you know what I mean? You know? But one thing I can say is Nick didn't get all crazy out of hand, though, with it. He said some things that I think, personally, he strategically placed where he said it at, right? That wasn't an off-the-cuff thing, basically, what I'm saying. It don't seem like it was to me anyway, right? It don't seem like it was an organic, genuine situation. It seemed like it was okay, when we get in here, I'm going to ask you this, we're going to do this is how it goes, I'll just keep, let's go. Not just I'm going to pick you up and we just going to chop it. Nah, right? And I didn't really expect it to be either, to be honest with y'all. But you got to pay attention to what was said within this 60 seconds of film. Let's go.
That's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
So that's the misconception, what, that the Democrats do like black folks? Put a number 11 in the chat if you think the Democrats like us so-called FBAs, right?
People don't know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I honestly, I don't subscribe to neither party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
Right, but y'all got to understand who W.E.B. Du Bois is, man, or who he was, man. W.E.B. Du Bois wasn't for us. You know, he worked hand in hand with Margaret Sanger. W.E.B. Du Bois did. He co-counseled the Negro Project, which led to the Tuskegee experiments. And W.E.B. Du Bois was a let's just say he was an agent provocateur. You know, because I don't want to desecrate or denigrate the dead. You feel me? Right? And the people who we've been told over history that are like our heroes or whoever, man, they were all compromised, most of them. From W.E.B. Du Bois, even to rest in the essence, all of them, even to Martin, Malcolm, Marcus Garvey. Actually, the reason why Marcus Garvey went down was because of W.E.B. Du Bois. And his employer, Margaret Sanger. Right? Yeah. Y'all ain't know that? W.E.B. Du Bois was like basically the right-hand man, little homie to Margaret Sanger. And through the Negro Project, he contributed to the establishment of Planned Parenthood. W.E.B. Du Bois, Boule, founding member of the Sigma Pi Phi, the organization that birthed, to this day, orchestration runs the Boule, the National Panhellenic Council, and the Divine Nine Black Greek letters, fraternities, and sororities. W.E.B. Du Bois with his traitor ass, working right hand in hand with Margaret Sanger, and as well as Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Stuff goes deep, man. Like I say, man, and this is what I say about my people, man. And I get it, y'all. That's why I don't be tripping. I understand why we be so skeptical of everybody, especially those from amongst us. We have a history with agent provocateurs and or rabble-rousers, right? As well as other groups of people coming at us. So I can understand why my people be a little apprehensive, man. I can understand why they be a little bit questioning of everything, especially us, right? I will expect us to be more questioning of us than anybody else. Right? See, I'm a real one like that. I can truly be fair, balanced, unbiased, and equal. Right? When need to be. And it's always going to be from logic and fairness, man. Never no emotions involved with it, because that's when things get messed up. Right? Not to say that I don't have no type of feelings towards certain situations. Of course I do. I'm human. But for the most part, I keep it under control, if that's what, so to speak. Right? Listen to this guy, man. Listen to this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I don't subscribe to either party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names.
Right, and that's true. That's very true. A lot of what he said is very true. It's very true. A lot of people have something to say about this, right? Lots of people. Everybody has something to say. Everybody has an opinion, which is all good. I'm all for it. I like hearing the different opinions and views on this, man. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Remember, I'm an advocate for freedom of speech. I think everything that could be said should be said, right? And we judge it upon it being said, not before it gets said, right? Straight like that. And out of respect for freedom of speech, I respect Nick and Amber's, you know what I'm saying, right to express their freedom of speech, man, on Nick's platform. Like I said, I personally don't really feel too much type of way about it. I don't think he said anything that was too crazy, right? Nothing that's too wild, you know. Nothing to getting canceled or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to pay attention to, man. People starting to see through the facade of this structure of this system, man, even especially when it comes to the voting. Right? Shout out to my man, the amazing Lucas, man.
We're back to this. Oh my goodness. When I hear stories like this, it gets me ever so closer to just saying F it. Damn. When I'm hearing people talk about, it's the Democrats who the real racists, they the ones that started the KKK. When I start to hear tropes and foolishness and ahistorical concepts like this being, thrown around by black people in 2026, these were 2016 talking points, fam. This is like these talking points have been old, debunked. They're just nonsensical at this point. So when I hear grown adults keep spewing this rhetoric, it just, if this is the political IQ of black people right now, we're cooked.
He's out of line, but he's right.
It's irritating, especially when people put Tweedledee and Tweedledum on a platform as a representation for the whole. And I say it ironically after saying, this being political IQ of black people, we're cooked. But the reason why I say that is that it's this narrative that has somehow made its way through other sectors. We're starting to see, clearly CIA, FBI operations going on where you have, Black Americans going against Africans. Now you have, clashing going on in Africa versus, I believe, was it Nigerians versus other groups? It's just like, bruh, how can y'all be around the lineage of evil for this long and not see their footprints, not be able to recognize the pattern that is the lineage of evil, not be able to recognize, oh, this is COINTELPRO. They're trying.
Right. OG, what's happening, man? And that's what I'm saying with this, man, with this whole situation with Nick. Like, why is they coming for Nick? Has it past come time? Right? Has it come? Has Nick's time come? Is it up? Is he on deck? I mean, Nick done played at every level of the industry, man, that you can think of, man. To come out in the in the condition he in, if you would. We don't know about Nick being at no crazy parties. We ain't heard about too much scandal. To my knowledge, he's not a part of the Divine Nine or any Masonic organizations. Outside of prickish nature, he might display every now and again, less like a lot of you dudes. But I mean, outside of that, he seems like a pretty good, cool guy. Right? Well, Nick does sit up there and did that he wasn't supposed to, or did not do what he, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean, supposed to do something he wasn't, right? Or he's supposed to do something that he didn't do, and didn't do something that he was supposed to do. A combination of the two, I would even say possibly, potentially, right? And shout out to Amazing Lucas, because what he's saying is some real ish, man. Let's go.
Trying to cause chaos and division so they can't build and unify, because if that happens, they're cooked. It's donezo. I say all this to bring up Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which is Amber Rose and Nick Cannon. And there's a clip that somehow has gone viral. I think it's manufactured virality, but nevertheless, they're talking about Amber Rose, talking about, oh yeah, Democrats are real racists, and it's Republicans who actually care about black people and people of color and stuff like that.
Democrats don't care about black people. And they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
Are you retarded? First and foremost, why do we care what Nick Cannon and Amber Rose has to say? Why do we care? I genuinely don't care, but I have to put out these videos to combat the misinformation.
That's the main reason why I'm doing the video too, man. It's just that, that's the serious question is like, my man said that earlier in the comment section, like, I'm not taking Nick or Amber Rose serious, basically what the homie said earlier. He said, I would never take Nick Cannon or seriously or Amber Rose. My man Dwayne Coleman said that. I forgot I had that on the screen, man. He said Nick haven't learned from his last issue. He's going to have to apologize again. That's why I said, OG, man, you need to stop. You're going to be mad. The more and more you apologize, the more respect I'm going to lose for you, man. Right? And this is why it's not good to be getting emotionally invested with it, the celebrityism, these celebrities that are involved in said celebrityism, because it's all a facade. Right? And they're going to end up letting you down. So yeah, man, shout out to Amazing Lucas, man, because he keeping it 100 though.
In some cases, disinformation that is being promoted and upheld by the lineage of evil, by the white ignorants who have, paychecks and don't mind selling out this propaganda. At the end of the day, when Chris Rock says something, I don't see a whole bunch of white people going, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. And you know what? We don't agree with what Chris Rock says, because it goes without saying. But unfortunately, what has been done in this country is that our dumbest of the dumbest, our low IQ, our knuckle-dragging miscreants within the black community, within Black America, are being positioned as figureheads for the rest of us. And I'm just sick and tired of having to defend stupids, or having to defend ignorance. They don't defend their white ignorance. When Kid Rock or somebody says something, they don't go, oh, this is horrible, we denounce this. No, they don't do that. When a rabbi says something or calls black people monkeys, or they sterilize, Ethiopian Jews in Israel, they don't go and say, oh, this doesn't, this is horrible, and us, Jewish people, they don't do that. But when we have two ignorants, people who know nothing about history, people who are nothing more than entertainers, slaves to the system.
Pay attention to that. These are two people who are compromised by the very nature of them having the proximity to this system and structure that they do. Amber Rose and Nick Cannon, two I'm pretty sure to some extent, very compromised people in more ways than one. Right? Come on, man. I'm I'm just saying, come on, man. You know what I mean? No disrespect toward Nick or Amber, but none of us are going to take them serious when they're talking about things on this level. I would like to think that nobody would want to talk to them outside of a high and by, keep it moving type situation. Or oh man, it's funny, man. Let's go, man.
When they spew ahistorical, nonsense, just dribble. Now, everyone has to come out and be like, you know what? This isn't right. That's not true. Let me tell you about the history. I don't know, man. It almost feels like I'm compelled to do this. And I don't like having to do that. No, the party didn't start the KKK. If you want to say that, hey, there were members of the Democrat Party that started the KKK, ex-Confederates, sure, by all means.
And that's a fact, The Democratic Party didn't create and start the KKK, right? The KKK was around way before the Democratic Party was, way before, right? Now, just like Amazing Lucas said, but were there members of the Democratic Party who were members of the KKK? I would even go as far as say a couple of the founding members of the KKK, yes. Right? But did the Democratic Party create the KKK? No. KKK was around way before 1776. Right? The KKK are actually an offshoot, right, of a European organization, ancient old organization, right? I'm talking about old, like thousands of year old, man. Right? Yeah, man. Tap in, man. Let's go.
Then you also acknowledge the Lily White movement, all right, which is actually more recent. Or if you think about the origin of the KKK and Lily White movement, I find it interesting that everybody know, the Democrats are the KKK, but no one speaks of the Lily White movement. That is clear signs of Republican propaganda. I don't know what to tell you. Lily White movement, for those you don't know, you should look it up. It was an expelling of black Republicans. They wanted to appease to white Southerners. That the parts are the same now is foolishness.
Right.
We have Republicans calling black people criminals. We have Republicans talking about, hey, they're not going to give, reparations to criminals. We have Republicans who are constantly, try to remove black history. They're removing it from the history books. They're rewriting slavery, all right? These same people who wanted to call, transatlantic slave trade as immigrants. Oh, this was immigration. So,
I mean, this is what I be saying. Like, this is exactly why I don't vote and why I'm not a part of any of that stuff, man. Democrats don't like black people, but Republicans do. Like, come on, man. That sounds like some chat GPT type ish. Right? Let's go.
To try and act like, the Democrats are the KKK, it's Republican propaganda. And that's what a lot of these sectors or these groups who want to call them Black America, whatever, that's really what they are. They are nothing more than it's a psyop, bruh. It's obvious. It's obvious to those who aren't in the cult, or it's obvious to those who don't have an agenda. Like, this is clear, just chaos. This is manufactured chaos created to sow dissent and division. That's all this is. And just to interrupt for a second, I want to let everyone know of blackvotewatch.org. It's a website which helps Black Americans.
And listen here, y'all, and this is what I be telling y'all about the unintelligent artificial intelligence, man. This is the stuff that gets promoted, gets pushed, goes viral, man. Why? Because that is the nature of the unintelligent artificial intelligence. organized chaos, organized confusion, controlled opposition. You feel me? That's how it operates. That's the nature of the unintelligent artificial intelligence. So what am I saying? You shouldn't trust the unintelligent artificial intelligence. Look how it acts. Look how it behaves. Look what drives it, what thrives it. Controversy, graft, violence, separation, division, under the disguise of bringing people together. Right? It's called social media, but what's really social about it if we all sitting at home or in our offices at work engaging in through social engineering in whatever way that we do. Right? Think about that, y'all, man. Right? Think about this dude, Nick Cannon. Right? He really ain't say nothing too bad, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? You can critique what he's saying, saying as far as the validity of it and all of that. But, I mean, and this is one thing. Why are they showing this to us? This is not important for us to see. Nick Cannon and Amber Rose talking about anything isn't like representative of anything going on in our culture. Seriously, if you really want to think about it, stuff like this is what I call distraction. Right? Stuff like this is distraction. Straight distraction. Right? Look at everything else that's going on. Right? That I ain't gonna tell nobody what they should do. That will probably be in our best interest to focus on. Right? But I want y'all to understand why this is something of that importance. Right? Because regardless of how any of y'all may feel about what Nick Cannon and Amber Rose was talking about, right? They are American citizens. They have a right to the freedom of speech. And I support their freedom of speech. Whether I agree with it or not is irrelevant. Right? Whether I like it or not is irrelevant. Whether I believe it or not is irrelevant. What is relevant is that I, as a fellow American, support my fellow Americans' freedom of speech. Even the speech of my fellow Americans with whom I may vehemently disagree with. Matter of fact, I'm the type of man where I would probably defend the speech of those with which I would disagree with heavily more than people who I agree with. XL Pro was happening. I said I will support the freedom of speech of those who I disagree with more than the ones that I do. Because people who don't have my same views and opinions, their speech, and to me is a little bit more important than those who would agree with me. Right? And I got respect to people who respectfully disagree, rationally disagree. Not, I love it. It's a beautiful thing. It's what keeps freedom of thought alive, which we see is under attack right now. Right? Because our freedom to think is, or our freedom to speak is connected to our freedom to think. Right? Think about it. If we don't think about something, we definitely ain't gonna talk about something. That's for sure. Right? A part of this censorship thing going on is to get us to stop talking. Period. Why do you think the language is being all mixed up and remixed up in the way that it is with this new text language and online digital languages and all that stuff? Y'all better pay attention to what's going on, man. Let's go.
Americans keep our representatives accountable, especially those that got into office on the black vote. There's a sellout list, so you can see those who got into office and betrayed us. There's a lot more coming up, but the goal is that instead of exiting politics, that we get actually involved in it, all right? That we get the same amount of education and understanding that we have of the NBA.
See, this is my thing when it comes to that, y'all. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. This is my thing when it comes to what Lucas just said. Right? This system wasn't designed for us, specifically us, to win in. Right? It really wasn't designed for anybody to win in. Right? But it absolutely wasn't designed with our best interest at mind. Right? And as soon as we understand that, we'll understand what it means to be able to operate within the system with the end goal of detaching from it. And that's what this system does not want. Right? And they know that us uniting, getting on one accord is key in us detaching from the system. But the system doesn't want that. So the system will encourage separation and division amongst us, because that's what will keep it in the situation is in concerning us. Right? I want y'all to understand that, man. I want y'all to understand that. Because that's powerful, man. Right? Last group of people that these people want to get united on one accord with each other is us. Why do you think it's so much effort to keep us separated and divided? Even bickering amongst ourselves. To the point to where we just sit up here online lambasting our brother Nick simply for just giving his opinion. Right? Based in fact for the most part. You know, he got some things a little bit mixed up and all of that, but at the same time, you know, that's why it's steel sharpens steel, man. We correct our brothers when they wrong, man. You know, pull their coattail. Sit up there and pull them behind the scenes and put them up on game. Ain't no need to try to embarrass nobody, though. And I think that's an aspect of our culture that we got to address too, man. Not only do we be feeling the need to one up on each other, we be feeling the need to, you know what I'm saying, all the way ish on each other and expose each other for some reason. You know? When did we become so obsessed with exposing each other, man? It's crazy, man. It's something I noticed since I've been home, man. Right? So quick to try to expose each other. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go.
Entertainment, of loving basketball and all the other stuff, because this is actually impacts us on our day to day. Now, obviously, the goal is to eventually expand into local, but right now the focus is on federal. BlackVoteWatch.org. Because it's not even historically accurate. It's not even presently accurate. It reminds me when people constantly talk about the black lineage. Okay, what about your ancestors? What about your ancestors, fam? Why do you keep bringing up Black Wall Street? Where is Black Wall Street now? There is none. Why do you keep bringing up, Harriet Tubman and, Frederick Douglass and, our ancestors and everything? Bro, what's going on right now? And I've noticed that, the lineage of evil has made Black Americans, especially certain groups, especially those, the FBA Negroes, the ADOS Negroes, they have made them cemented in history. And no one drives their car constantly looking in the rearview mirror, right? You look through the windshield, you look to what's ahead of you. And if you're so enamored and, loving, the history and the ancestry and it's like this romanticism of slavery, this romanticism of we survived and we survived years. You want to know what also survives? Cockroaches. That's what also survives. Cockroaches. So do you want to be considered a cockroach? Is that what you want to be? The cockroach of America? Because I find it just lunacy how these people have more hatred for like Africa and immigrants than they do the country that killed their ancestors, dehumanized them, treated them as chattel. I mean, all the things this country has done to Black Americans and is still doing, but you want to rep the flag and talk about, I'm Black America. This is obviously COINTELPRO. This is an obvious side to me. Because I'm like,
hold on.
I don't know why.
This is why I got to stop people like Lucas, man. Right? Y'all keep saying this is a psyop, right? And I'm going to address this, man. Because let me say, I'm starting to think, do y'all really know what a psyop is? Do y'all really understand what a psychological operation is? Right? And can you really understand and know when such a thing is at foot? Can you tell the difference between something that is absolutely grassroots from and of the people and is taking legs and basically went what we will call viral nowadays, right? And can you tell the difference between that organically, naturally, and could you tell the difference between controlled opposition, manufactured stuff, right? Can you tell the difference? Try to use some critical thinking here. Of course, this is what it's in anybody, especially somebody who's an FBA. If I hear them talking like this, I automatically think you're an agent provocateur, possibly, potentially, maybe. Because why would you speak in anything in opposition to something that actually benefits us as a whole and gives us the ability to represent and unite as a whole? Why would you be against that in any shape, form, or fashion? Mind you, right? Mind you, there is no leaders. There can be none because, and a lot of y'all, this is what makes a lot of y'all look like agent provocateurs because a lot of y'all act like y'all don't understand this concept. And I'm going to address this later. We're talking about Nick Cannon tonight, though. I'm going to address that later, right? Just seriously, man. Right? But let's get back to Amazing Lucas, man.
All the things this country has done to Black Americans and is still doing, but you want to rep the flag and talk about, I'm Black America. This is obviously COINTELPRO. This is an obvious sign.
Everything is in COINTELPRO. Everything is in the PSYOP. But when it comes to something that's organic, like the FBA thing, see, that's why they get so much attention, negative. And notice the people that have so much bad things to say, so much negative things to say, it's coming from us mostly. The very same people who would benefit from us all getting on one accord, on us all getting on code and representing this FBA thing. But the very fact that we have a portion of us who are absolutely adamantly against this, speaking out, you got people saying, you got him saying it's a psyop. You got the one boy out of California saying it's a psyop. Viral Way saying it's a psyop. When y'all start hearing people talk like that, understand what a psyop is, a psychological operation. Every military branch has a psychological operation or PsyOps division, right? Y'all remember the movie Men Who Stare at Goats? Y'all remember that movie, the Men Who Stare at Goats? That was a movie that was loosely based off of the PSYOPs division in the military, especially specifically in the Army during the Vietnam War. Right? Yeah. You know, so when you call somebody COINTELPRO, they're saying this COINTELPRO stuff, I'll be looking at the people who be saying this funny because, like, I know you understand what FBA is all about. Like I said, FBA is the lineage. Delineation is the movement. And the very fact that we got a lot of so-called content creators speaking in such opposition towards, let's just call it what it is, an ideology that would more than likely be a benefit to most of us if we was to only just get on board with what we got going on collectively across the country, right? It's not like it's a whole bunch of criminals, like it's a criminal organization fronting and making the name up and trying to capitalize. Nah, that's not what it is. And if you act like you don't understand that FBA is the lineation and delineation is the actual movement, y'all don't understand that this is what makes it unique. This is why we're being targeted like this, because there is no hierarchical structure of leadership, which means there's nobody that can be compromised. There's no way we can be infiltrated. Pause. There's no way we can be compromised, infiltrated. There's no hierarchical structure of leadership. There's nobody who can be pulled to the side or swayed to the side to be like, hey, man, we need this, this, and this, and this, and this on this one, right? Why you think you're getting so much pushback, right? We got guys like Amazing Lucas, who's a good, decent brother, intelligent brother, fairly. I think Lucas makes decent content. I respect the brother, right? Respect the brother, man. You know, but at the same time, man, you know, when black folks act like they don't understand what's going on with this delineation thing, that makes me very concerned for many reasons. One, either our people are not on a cognitive level to where they don't understand that us getting on board, on one accord, us getting on code with each other regarding this FBA thing, if we was to do that, how it would be so beneficial to us all as a whole. The fact that y'all don't see that aspect of it off top and y'all just automatically able to be divided and separated amongst all them FBA niggas and this FBA niggas, like it's an actual organization. Not understanding though, that is every last one of us in America who is black damn near, who can trace our families back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 generations in this joint. You know, if you don't want to, I mean, hey, I say, man, I'm not about forcing nothing on nobody, man. Right? But this is proof and evidence to me, a person who can has the eyes to see this type of stuff. It's telling me that the indoctrination is working great. It's also telling me that we got a lot of rabble-rousers and agent provocateurs who are allowed to get a certain level of notoriety and popularity via social media on YouTube specifically, right? In order to use the influence that you will be allowed to have access to, right? The allowance that you will be allowed to have access to, as long as you keep separation and division where it's needed, as long as you keep talking about the most mind-numbing, thought-provoking, denying, critical thinking content, man, just hit them with straight inflammatory BS, man, on all levels, from political to street politics. You know, from federal politics to hood politics. You dig? Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. Shout out, ain't no hard feelings towards Amazing Lucas, man. I rock with Amazing Lucas. He's a fairly intelligent brother. But at the same time, man, you know what I'm saying, man, we got to be a little bit more, how can I say, vigilant. All right? As FBAs in times we're living in, man, we in the crosshairs. They're trying to get us to take each other out once again. They know we got that amongst us in our psyche. They know we have that in our spirit, if you would. Like everyone else does. I'm not saying we exempt, but, you know, it's a little bit more ingrained within us due to the traumatic experiences we collectively are tied to through slavery and the very inhumane system and structure that would allow millions of us to be shipped all over the world and vice versa. Right? Amazing Lucas, funny as hell, man. Shout out to the homie Amazing Lucas, man. Y'all go check out that brother content, man. You did. Listen here, man. We're going to get up out of here, man. Because I think I pretty much have said everything that I could possibly say. Ask them niggas in your canvas that how, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but I pretty much just said everything I needed to really say concerning this, to be honest with y'all, man. You know what I'm talking about? Right? We got Amazing Lucas, right? Who basically saying a lot of stuff that I can understand why somebody would say is suspect or sus, have y'all say nowadays. The young people say sus nowadays. Yeah. But when it comes to that sus behavior, man, that was them tactics y'all be using out there, man. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of y'all be exposing y'all hand, man. You know what I'm talking about? The real agent provocateurs is anybody who's FBA and is saying anything in opposition to it, as if it doesn't, as if we wasn't to all get on board and on code with each other concerning this FBA, thing, right? Like I said, man, FBA is the lineage, meaning FBA is what we all are the results of. The foundational Black Americans who already were here in this land, on this land, way before anybody thought about coming over here. Black folks was here. Before they even came in contact with Al-Keebulans, they was here. So that's like he telling me. Right? Yeah, man. Like I said, so this ain't, no shout out to Amazing Lucas, man. That brother has some continued success, man. But, ain't nothing but some straightening, bro. You dig? And ain't nothing more straight than straightening. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing more straight than straightening. Ain't nothing more straight than straightening. You dig? From the heart, though, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, as far as all that others, hey, man, we got bigger fish to fry, man. You know what I mean? Got bigger fish to fry, man. You dig? So Nick Cannon, although he's not really too much qualified to speak on the subject matter intelligently and informatively, no, but as an American citizen, as one of our brother, he definitely got the right to speak his mind. Right? And we can't allow it to get to a point to where just because somebody says something that there's a majority of people somewhere that might not like it, now we get into slippery slope areas, y'all. And we cannot allow that to happen. We can't allow that to happen. Right? Got to be more careful. You need to smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineering. You know what I mean? Nick Cannon, man. I don't think Nick Cannon did. Just like the other time before, Nick Cannon basically told the truth for the most part, man. You know, although the Democratic Party itself didn't say, hey, right, all you slaves are free to go, right? You did. So we got to be able to use some discernment, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, shout out to Lucas, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no hard feelings toward Lucas either, man. Shout out to that brother, man. But you know what I mean? I just challenge y'all to use y'all's critical thinking, man. You feel me? That's what it is with me. I challenge y'all to use y'all's critical thinking. All right. Who benefits from us believing this story? Right? Or the residual effects of this. Who benefits from us talking about it in the way we are? It's in the algorithm. Everybody and mama talking about this stuff, making the videos and reactions to oohs and ahs, kikis, and all that stuff. Who's really capitalizing off of this? And this is the type of content that the unintelligent artificial intelligence wants to promote because it keeps us in a constant state of confusion, which means you're always in a constant state of suggestibility, which means you can be controlled through your emotions, but not just your physical stuff. This ain't even what the show about, man, what I'm talking about right now. Right? So shout out to Nick, man. You know, I support Nick still, man, until he showed me reasons that he shouldn't be supported. You know what I mean? He might have been off kilter a little bit, what he said, a little bit inaccurate, but his intentions is pure. You know, Nick's not compromised as far as to my knowledge. You know what I'm talking about? Pretty stand-up, cool brother, to be honest with you. You know? Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. You did. Shout out to our brother Nick Cannon, though, man. I support that brother's freedom of speech. He got the freedom of speech. He got his freedom of thought. You know what I'm saying? We similar in ways. I don't align myself with. I'm completely non-political. I don't vote. I don't care about it. I don't complain about it. I talk about it because, you know, I'm a journalist. You know, if y'all want me to talk about it for some interesting to talk about, I think some game could get up out of it. Of course, I'm going to speak on it, but for the most part, you know, it is what it is with this type of stuff, man. These are the type of people involved. Even on this end, now that we have social media, which is the new media, you know what I'm saying, it has the ability to reach the masses and infiltrate and manipulate. Right? Versus before, it had to go straight to celebrities. Right? But now, everybody's a celebrity now. You got a smartphone, you can be a celebrity. You dig? Right? Everybody don't deserve a microphone. Everybody don't deserve a TV screen or a smartphone screen or a laptop or a computer screen. Right? And we're going to end it with that right there, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. Tomorrow night for Ladies Night, I got something special for y'all. I ain't going to tell you. I'm going to just let y'all see when I make the post. It's going to be fire. All right, shout out to Amazing Lucas, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the brother too, man. You did. You know, we're going to get on up out of here. I hope everybody enjoy the rest of their evening. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Dunkin's $6 meal deal. Get a medium coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon,
Of
egg, and
course, we're
chips,
gonna ride out
$6.
with some E&E every
Zillow
day.
for Warcraft.
It's a Zillow page
You
with
know.
World of Warcraft home.
That's not necessary.
I've got grit in it.
That's not
You
necessary.
got inspired to be, man.
Got grit in it.
Yeah. Shout out to my brother Victor Guarantee. Shout out to my brother Dawson the Six, my man John B. Let's go.
It's going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. Norse give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. Your girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught him on film, flow tracks and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I rise keep the heat like chimney blocks, and I charge for a hook, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep my
kings.
grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm worth a million, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, she be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas be too used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look. Only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They wanna give you numbers in his cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a company wicked judicial system. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black